Has your place ever been questioned? Have you ever felt that someone, knowingly or unknowingly, challenged your right to be seen, to belong, or to hold space? Persephone knew this feeling. She had to learn what it meant to claim her own territory, to honor her own presence, and to protect herself without losing her compassion. This was her story. But it is also a story for anyone learning how to honor their own boundaries. Persephone ruled the underworld by then. But power had not come to her gently. She remembered who she had been before the crown. The girl of flowers, laughter, and sunlight. The girl who had not chosen the darkness, but had learned how to thrive within it. She walked through the shadows with calm steps, not hardened, not cruel, but awake. And yet, even queens carry old wounds, especially queens who were forced to grow up too fast. Minthe was a nymph once loved by Hades. Minthe was not evil. She carried the pain of being replaced, and the bitterness of a past that could not stay. Once, she had been desired. Once, Hades had looked at her with hunger. Once, she had believed that the place beside him was hers alone. And then Persephone arrived, not as a rival by choice, but as a force of fate, a new queen, a new order. Minthe laughed when she saw Persephone on the throne. Her laughter was sharp because she was afraid. It was the sound of the discomfort of being replaced, the fear that arises when the past lingers too long in the present. Persephone felt the tension, and it stirred something fragile within her. Jealousy rose within her. Anger stirred. A sudden fear gripped her that her power could be questioned, undone, or taken. For a moment, she was not a queen. She was every person who has ever been told they do not belong where they stand. But Persephone did not turn away from these feelings. She did not deny them. She let them speak. This was her moment of awakening. Power is not the absence of emotion. Power is knowing what to do with it. Persephone looked at Minthe, not as an enemy, but as a mirror. Minthe represented the past, the old desire, the refusal to accept change. Persephone understood something essential. If she allowed this mockery to continue, she would forever be ruling from a place of defense. So, she acted, not screaming, not begging, not asking for permission. She transformed Minthe into mint, cool, fragrant, and rooted in the earth. Minthe was not erased. She was reshaped. This was not a story of revenge. It was a story of boundaries. Mint became a symbol, sharp, refreshing, and grounding. The past did not disappear, but it no longer ruled the room. In some versions of the myth, it is said that Demeter acted, but many place the decision firmly in Persephone's hands. And that matters, because this was the moment Persephone stopped being protected and started protecting herself. This myth does something radical. It refuses to shame Persephone for her anger. In this space, jealousy was not weakness. It was awareness. Anger was not destruction. It was self-respect waking up. In modern life, we are often taught to soften our boundaries, to smile through disrespect, and tolerate being diminished. Persephone teaches another lesson. You can be compassionate and firm. You can be loving and unmovable. Minthe is every unresolved past relationship, every voice that whispers, "You don't deserve what you have." She is the part of us that clings to an old identity instead of evolving. Persephone's response was not destruction. It was integration. She did not erase the past. She gave it a new, quieter place to exist. Persephone became the person who finally said no, the one who stopped explaining herself, the one who no longer shrank to make others comfortable. Sovereignty is not domination. It is clarity. It is knowing when to protect your space, your role, and your voice, without guilt. Mint still grows. Its scent still rises. It is a reminder that power does not need to be loud, that consequences can be quiet, that boundaries, once set, bring peace. Persephone did not rule the underworld through fear. She ruled it through self-knowledge. In reclaiming her power, she became not only the queen of the dead, but the guardian of her own becoming. We all face moments like this, moments when someone questions our value or our right to belong. The story of Persephone reminds us that boundaries are not cruelty, they are care. Standing firm is not arrogance, it is wisdom. When we honor our own space, we create a quiet power that cannot be shaken. Like the mint, softly rooted and fragrant, our presence becomes a reminder that claiming ourselves does not harm the world. It transforms us into a space where respect and peace can finally grow.